Hi, here for a quick video for 8th Day Dawning. I found myself with a little bit of time and I had just been looking at this information, so I thought I'd share it with you. Though, yes, I'm supposed to be done and I am going to be done. As soon as I get that final video done on, what is it? Isaiah 66 is the video we're supposed to be doing, or the study. Anyway, this is what, you contemplate and you think on a lot of things that you hear over time. And I often heard this comment from different people, oh, I have more things to be, thankful for. I got more than what I deserve, and so people will often say, well, how do you, qualify that with everything that we're taught in modern day Christianity? And so this is my explanation. This is the biblical explanation as well, after I give you what I wrote in my personal comment. So be thankful for what you have, because it is more than what you deserve, is often taken out of context, especially, in Christianity, when we want to get in, and people don't like to hear me say this, sanctimoniously righteous, self-righteous, and that really is what it is. It's not righteousness from God, and we can prove that when we go in and study the Old Testament, not the New, because the New is, as we've discovered on this channel, the tag-on of the built-up idol of Nebuchadnezzar and many men like him looking over their kingdom going, look what I have done. Look what I have built up. Well, you forget the Creator, she. Because without she to provide the children, where all the talent is found, which actually comes from her, all the abilities to do anything, you'd have no kingdoms whatsoever, none. So without her, guess what you're left with? You're left with nothing. So when you turn from your Creator in the days of your youth, and that's what we did, we're shown turning away from our true Creator and turning away to husband's lies and those lies that tickled his ears. And then you hear this lie, this religious little comment that gets made. Be thankful for what you have, because it is more than what you deserve. Well, you are given this life as a chance to turn back to your Creator. So yes, this life is far better and far more than what we deserve, because we turned away from our true Creator in the days of our youth. And we're told we are given a set time to find our Creator. Now they throw an idol at you and say, well, you found your Creator, that's it. And you keep walking on that crooked path, being sanctimonious in your comment, going, well, I got more than I deserve. Well, you were gave more than you deserve. You were gave a second chance. That's what it appears. You were gave this life to find the Creator. And the second chance idea really reasons out. And I'll leave it to you to reason out why that reasons out, okay? So, you are given this life as a chance to turn back to your Creator. So this life is more than you deserve. It truly is. But understand, you can't walk on the crooked path saying, it's better than you deserve, and continue to forget your Creator, as you did in the days of your youth. Or you will get exactly what you deserve. You will be formless, you will be nameless, and you will be cast out into utter darkness. Why do you think you were given this life? You were gave this life to find the straight path, and to walk ye therein. Now, if you go to Jeremiah 31, and I'm thinking I may do a quick video on this, and if you go to Isaiah 42, you're going to find out that's your mother. It's not your father. It's not the son. Those are the idols that got made. How do we know that? And for those who goes, oh, well, we live good lives. We've been blessed. Well, this is what God says. All right, and we're going to look at Proverbs 30. So, why do the Western nations think they are blessed? It is because they think being Christians will lead to great blessings. But what does Proverbs 30 actually tell you? Well, Proverbs 30 verse 7. 2 things I required of thee. Deny me them not before I die. All right? So, remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with the food that is my portion, my allotment. What you're able to comprehend, what you're able to understand. We're talking about the food of God, the Word of God, the water of God. This will be your personal allotment, what you can handle. All right? Is another allegorical terminology here that we're looking at. So 9, lest I be full, right? Don't give me more, don't give me less, because lest I be full and deny thee, and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor, and steal, and take the name of my God in vain. Now let's go back and look at some of the words here and see what it actually leads us to. So, remove from me vanity and lies. When you look the word vanity up, it's going to take you to 7723. And lies is 3579. So, when we go to Psalm 24, verse 3, and we tie this in quite easily, because these same two words, almost identical, and one of them is identical, vanity, is identical. The other word lies is slightly different. But it still means lies, falsehood. We know what a lie is. The difference is in the masculine here. Here it is masculine. And in this place, in Psalm 24:3, it is a feminine. Okay? So, who, this is Psalm 24:3, and it ties into this, remove from me vanity and lies. Well, why would we want those removed other than common sense? Well, Psalm 24:3 gets very specific in why we need this vanity and lie removed from us. So Psalm 24:3, who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord? Right? Who may stand in not his holy place? It is her holy place. She, this is verse 4, and we know it's she because we've identified it as she, and we'll get into that in a minute. She who has clean hands and a pure heart, who does not lift up her soul to idols. It's the same word up here as remove far from me, vanity. And it is a masculine noun. So you're looking at a male idol. So remove far from me, idols, okay, who does not lift up her soul to idols or swear deceitfully, falsely, tell lies, right, and believe they're the truth. And that word deceitfully is also, this has guile in it. So it's 4820 is your Hebrew word there. And it means guile. All right? Where do we find guile? Well, we find it in connection to the 144,000 who has not been presented before God with guile on their tongue, a lie and deceit and an idol that they're bowing down to. All right? So where was it? Revelations 14, verse 5. In their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of God. That word guile is Strong's Greek 5579. Lie, falsehood, untruth, a false religion. You want to know why there's so few presented? Because you got to get up from the feet of the idol and you got to turn away from it. And you got to turn back to the Creator that you denied in the days of your youth. And the Creator we discovered was your mother who gave life to you. So, let's look up, right quick here, the word vanity. All right? Can I do this? Okay. I've done it so far. Oh, wow. Okay. So, vanity is right in this passage. So I got to go back. Nope, it's not that one. Go back. Okay, so it's the prior chapter here. That's what we're looking for. Okay. I'll get there. Go back. Okay. I guess I pulled the tab down when I went in here. Okay, so yeah, there it is. So we were going to look in, okay, Proverbs 30. So it says, remove far from me vanity and lies. So when we go in and we look lies up in vanity, okay, we look vanity first. This is what it says. Falsehood, 7723. And it's the same word again in Psalm 24:3. Who shall ascend into my holy hill? Who may stand in her holy place? It's our mother holy place. That's the Ancient of Days. She who has clean hands and a pure heart. Now, I almost forgot this part. We identified the Shulamite as having the clean hands and the pure heart. She is the only one identified in scriptures as having the clean hands and the pure heart. She also has a little flock of she-goats. That's right. And we identified them as the camp of Mahanaim. That's the actual word. Which leads us to what? The camp of God. It's the exact word that Jacob supposedly uses to name the camp of God with, which is also another name as the presence of God, or the angel of God would have been amongst them. So the only one who can ascend is the same one that we also see identified, I believe, in Isaiah 64, where it says, who is she, not he, who placed her Holy Spirit in Moses, right? Where is she? Who went down to make a name for herself as the presence of God, her mother in particular, and was rejected as the sovereign Lord. That's right. So 7723 here in Proverbs 30, verse 8, remove far from me vanity and lies. It's a masculine noun. That's important. Emptiness, vanity. Now they use the word vanity in Proverbs 30, verse 8, whereas in Psalm 24, verse 4, they use idol. All right? It's the same word. So this word means falsely, lie, lying, vain, vanity. The same as Sheol, in a sense of desolating. So who became the desolate spirit? Well, she did, and we identified it. She became the desolate spirit. Yet more are the children of the desolate spirit than of she who has a husband. She who has a husband is Baal. That was the married wife there in Isaiah 54, verse 1. It simply means a Jezebel spirit willing to bow down to husband and build him up, build his idol up, his image up, his kingdom up. And really over time that leads to the complete debasement of herself. But in the beginning she thought she was smart for doing it. These Jezebels for going against the Holy One, who was she, who was trying to keep a form of fairness and truth in the land. And these daughters were just saying, no, we're going to bow down at the feet of this idol because this is what we want and this is what they got. And she said, you'll find out. And you'll find out too late, girls, that it'll be to your own debasement. And it says it right in the scriptures for anybody who's in there studying it. It says you bring on your own debasement. You bring on your own defilement. And you think you're smart for not listening to me and turning away. And it's sort of that idea of turning away from the mothers of wisdom. The sons were responsible for murdering them on the cornerstones. They were offering up a blood libation as opposed to a water libation. That was in Lamentations 4:1. And you identified those holy stones that were being murdered as feminine. Stone is female. It's stone it's feminine for a reason. Cornerstone is feminine. You rejected the cornerstones of the foundation. The stone that was rejected was the righteous daughter, Israel, and the Holy One. So she who can ascend is she with clean hands and a pure heart. We identify her pure as the Shulamite in Song of Songs 6:9. And then when she gets up to open the door to her beloved, or really to her mother, finally, her fingers drips with myrrh. And she, like I said, she is the only one that we find with a clean hands and a pure heart is she that ascends into her mother's holy hill. And there she will place the Proverbs in order, and there she will prove that she is not deceived by the wicked heart of men and women, bowing to a religious idol that brings nothing but defilement into the land. And we see it. If we had truth in the land, it should have never led to where it has finally led here in the end. But it has. And so you say, well, we must be greatly blessed because look at what we have. And yet God says, no. When you become greatly blessed and you get fat on the good things of life, you do forget about me. And so what they end up doing is giving all credit to that idol. Well, look at us. This is why we're so blessed. And it's really just a real twisted sense of righteousness as opposed to what God is trying to tell you is righteousness. God says, my ways are not your ways. And you turned from me a long time ago. And it'll only be when these daughters wake up out of the dust of the earth, takes this larger look around, and truly gets an understanding of what has happened when they turned away from me. And that is what's happened. So it's ironic, it's not ironic, but here we get these two connected. We get Proverbs 30 verse 7 to verse 9, I believe, connected. And in that, then we get the connection to Psalm 24 verse 3. It is she with clean hands and a pure heart. I do have the right. Yeah, 3. Why do I? Yeah, 4. Looks like a 9. It's 4 there. So 3 and 4. And then we get a connection to the guile on the tongue of these 144, which was identified as the presence of God. All right? She. So there's the quick little video. It's still going. I'm sure there's more in it than that. If you want to look deeper into these passages, they're really amazing to look into. I do plan on doing 2 more videos, probably minimum. And like I said, I'm done. I do have that feeling like I was moving so fast that now it's taking me time to kind of slow it down and kind of come to a complete stop. But I am stopping. So I like to look at Jeremiah 31, and then I will probably, maybe all in one video if I can do it. Also look at the Isaiah 66 and Jeremiah 18 as well. I'll probably maybe do them all together if I can. So there's the video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a really nice evening, and I pray you're blessed with an abundance of truth.